History class gave us the basics: kings, queens, wars, and revolutions. But what about the stories left out? The strange, the hidden, the forgotten. Today we're unlocking 5 fascinating historical facts that schools don't usually teach you. And trust me, number 5 will completely change how you look at modern history. Let's step into the vault. Number 1. The Great Emu War. In 1932, Australia fought a war, not against another country, but against emus. Yes, giant flightless birds. After World War I, farmers were struggling with crops, and huge flocks of emus invaded farmland, destroying food supplies. The government actually sent soldiers, armed with machine guns, to deal with the birds. But the emus were fast, scattered in groups, and incredibly hard to hit. After weeks of fighting, thousands of bullets were fired, but the birds mostly survived. The press called it the Emu War, and the emus technically won. Eventually, the military gave up, and Australia had to build fences instead. It sounds like comedy, but it's a real part of history that shows how even powerful nations can be humbled by nature. Number 2. The 1518 Dancing Plague. In the summer of 1518, the city of Strasbourg, in modern-day France, was struck by a bizarre epidemic. Hundreds of people started dancing uncontrollably in the streets. It wasn't a celebration. People literally couldn't stop moving. Some danced until they collapsed from exhaustion. Others are recorded to have danced themselves to death. Historians still debate the cause. Theories range from mass hysteria to ergot poisoning from moldy bread, which can trigger hallucinations. Either way, imagine living in a city where your neighbors suddenly can't stop dancing, and it's killing them. Definitely not something you'll find in a school textbook. Number 3. The war that lasted 38 minutes. Most wars drag on for years, even decades, but the shortest war in history lasted just 38 minutes. In 1896, after the Sultan of Zanzibar died, Britain didn't approve of his successor. When the new Sultan refused to step down, British warships opened fire on the palace. Within half an hour, the Sultan's defenses collapsed, his palace was destroyed, and he fled. The war was over before most people even finished breakfast. It's called the Anglo-Zanzibar War, and it's a reminder that not all wars are epic sagas. Some are blink and you miss it moments. Number 4. The CIA's Acoustic Kitty Project. During the Cold War, the CIA launched one of its strangest projects ever, Acoustic Kitty. The idea? Train cats to spy on the Soviets. The CIA actually surgically implanted microphones and antennas into cats, thinking they could wander into embassies unnoticed and pick up conversations. After millions of dollars spent, the first test cat was released near a Soviet compound, but it was immediately hit by a taxi and killed. The project was quickly abandoned. It sounds like a bad movie plot, but it's a real declassified program that shows how desperate and absurd Cold War espionage could be. Number 5. The Great Molasses Flood of 1919. In 1919, Boston was struck by one of the strangest disasters in U.S. history, a giant wave of molasses. A massive storage tank holding 2.3 million gallons of molasses suddenly burst. A 25-foot-high wave rushed through the streets at 35 miles per hour. Buildings were crushed, horses drowned, and 21 people were killed. Locals claim that for decades after, on hot summer days, the streets still smelled faintly of molasses. It's funny to imagine at first, but the Great Molasses Flood was deadly serious. And it proves that sometimes the biggest dangers come from the most unexpected places. From birds defeating soldiers to molasses flooding an entire city, History is filled with stories too strange to believe, but they're all real. And they remind us that the past isn't just about kings and wars. It's about the weird, the surprising, and the unforgettable moments that shape the world in unexpected ways. If you enjoyed this dive into the hidden side of history, hit that like button, subscribe to History Vault, and let us know in the comments which of these facts surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and remember, the vault's always open.